Bianca, it took you a while to get going. Is that more or less the way it was, and then sort of later in the first set you finally clicked in a bit?
You think so?
Well, I don't know. It's just sort of turned it on at the
Well,
end.
it's my first match of the tournament, so maybe I was a little bit rusty at the beginning. I'm also playing someone younger than me, so that's not the best scenario. I'm usually the young one, but it's nice to see these up-and-coming players play on big stages like this.
Bianca, what did you make of the atmosphere out there? It was quite packed for that court.
Yeah, I loved it. These Canadians are wilding. They're coming everywhere. It's really nice to see all of the Canadians cheering me on in different cities. It's really nice.
Bianca, can you just kind of talk through just the experience of obviously getting your first main draw win here, coming in with all the pressure and thoughts and things like that? How do you feel you handled it, and was it weird stepping out on that court today?
I don't think it was weird. It was actually nice because last year I was playing qualifying here, so I felt fresh physically and mentally. So, no, I was feeling good. My Katie, my opponent, she was playing really well. She was getting into a lot of balls, and she's an incredible fighter. That's what I told her after the match, and I'm sure it's going to get her places.
Bianca, you look uncomfortable at times today, Elsie, and I mean not happy, even though things were going, fairly well. And I was wondering what you attributed that to. Physically, I mean, even at times, and
well, there were long rallies. I was a little bit nervous coming into the match too, so I think maybe that kind of showed. But I'm usually pretty emotional when I'm on the court. That's just who I am.
So many players talk about the role of belief in their success. How has your belief in yourself maybe changed in that year from when you were a qualifier last year?
I think it's skyrocketed. I've been doing really well this year, and I think if you believe in yourself, then I think you can do big things, and I think that's where I'm at right now.
You mentioned Katie's game and her sense of fight. Could you just take a moment and just talk a little bit more about her and what are your thoughts on her possible future?
I think she has a very bright future if she works hard and she keeps improving her game. I think she can be very dangerous to a lot of the players. She moves really well. She doesn't show any negative emotion, which is very impressive. And I think she can do very big things.
Ever heard a better tennis name than Volynets? Ever heard a better name for a tennis player than Volynets?
Oh, Volynets. Oh, yeah, I never even, put two and two together. Yeah, that's crazy. She has a very nice name. It's very ironic.
Bianca, the little wrap below your knee and the little patches, a couple of places on your thigh, what's that all about?
It's nothing serious. The knee, I was feeling it a little bit during my practices, but it's nothing serious. And the patches are like these little bites I got from I don't know where. So I'm just covering them up because they don't look too nice.
bug bites?
Yeah, kind of.
Flipkins, you haven't played her before. What do you think about her in the next round?
I think that's going to be a fun match. She likes to change the rhythm like I do. I don't think it's going to be easy. She's very strong mentally too, so I'm looking forward to that. Going to study her before the match, obviously.
There are a lot of expectations, of course, and a lot of people think you can win this tournament. Is it any different when you arrive in a big tournament like this and people have high expectations? Do you approach it differently?
No, I just step on the court and I give my best with what I have that day. For me, that's all that matters. And obviously I want to win, and it's nice to see that people think I can win this tournament. So I think that also gives me confidence too.
Bianca, how do you think, well, what do you think about having, the slam format of you're going to have a day on, a day off? Some people really, really like that.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It's perfect for you?
I love it. I had that experience at Indian Wells. I had a lot of tough matches, so I think that day in between really helps with recovery.
Bianca, I'm just curious how much you've gotten to explore the city in the last couple of days, and if you've been able to take any trips on the New York City subway, if you've ever been on it, and what you make of it.
I actually just followed Subway Creatures on Instagram yesterday. One of my drivers told me to follow it because we were talking about the subway, right? And I saw a lot of crazy things happening there. So hopefully I could actually get a chance to see it with my own eyes. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I think it's gonna be fun. Other than that, no, I didn't really get a chance to explore the city. I was too busy practicing, getting treatment and all of that, and I really wanted to focus on the tournament. But maybe tonight I'll go down and walk around, maybe do some shopping. Who knows?
I was just curious, with all the, the O Canadas and the Come On Biancas and all the cheering for you, does that help push you in your matches, knowing that you have the crowd support behind you? And it looked like somebody said something to you in the second set that you reacted. It was a little hard to hear from the other side. I was just curious what that was.
Well, people were saying a lot of things. I wasn't really focusing on that. I think she said stay calm or something. Yeah, I tried my best to stay calm, but that's just who I am. I just try to bounce back as soon as I can after I get mad at myself. But yeah, I think it's really nice to have the crowd support, especially playing an American excuse my English, an American player. So yeah, and I think it gives me more motivation to do better in my matches.
Felix Dennis, what do you think? You gonna watch?
These draws are rigged. That's what I said in my press conference earlier this week. But that's just how it goes. I think it's gonna be a popcorn match. I'll definitely go and watch that. It can go either way.
You like to play a lot of different types of shots. Do you ever think in a match like today that of just aiming for longer rallies and just kind of easing into it a little more?
I think that's what I was doing today. I don't think I was changing the rhythm as much as I usually do because she gets to so many balls and I want to make sure I hit the right ball at the right time, so I didn't want to complicate myself. Yeah, but every time I step on the court, I play my game, which is to change the rhythm, but I just try to choose the right moments too.